Welcome back to another video on Mewing Channel. Today we are going to be talking about the mewing journey. So exactly how does it go when somebody goes from, say, a mouth breather, just a complete mouth breather, to full-on nasal breather who looks like a model with super high-set cheekbones and a forward-placed max level. So what does this whole journey look like? What are the steps along the way? Okay, so let's start out at stage 1. So at stage 1, the person is mouth breathing pretty much 24/7 or close to it. Like this is the lowest of low. This is going to be like the worst their craniofacial structure will ever be. So they are mouth breathing and their dominant oral posture is very, very poor. It's, it's because they're mouth breathing. Their tongue is not going to be on their palate. Their lips are not going to be sealed. So their oral posture is going to be very poor. Okay, so let's say the person at stage 1, he discovers mewing, he starts breathing through his nose, making a consistent effort to do that. Now he's going to be automatically bumped up to stage 2. So at stage 2, what happens is the person makes it a point to nasally breathe during the day. Okay, so they are not nasally breathing 24/7 just yet. They are nasally breathing during the day though. So whenever they go to sleep, it just ends up being mouth breathing from years of just straight up mouth breathing. So they nasally breathe during the day. Oral posture is usually at this point, it is pretty good. I mean, it's not necessarily stellar, but it is, oral posture at this point is pretty decent. So now, after stage 2, what happens is, from all this practice, nasally breathing during the day, finally, that nasal breathing carries over to sleep, and they enter stage 3. And in stage 3, it is nasal breathing like 24/7. It is to breathe out of the mouth at any point just seems completely uncomfortable. It makes no sense whatsoever to them. They could not understand how someone could ever breathe through their mouth. That just makes no sense. Their oral posture at this level will simply be stellar. I mean, it is going to be really, really good. Their tongue is going to be on their palate 24/7. That is their default posture. Whenever they're not eating, drinking, or talking, their tongue is going to be on their palate, lower third of the tongue engaged strongly, and as a result, the occlusion, the facial development at stage 3 is going to be extremely good. So to give you an idea as to how somebody moves through these stages, I mean, I think we're all pretty much familiar with these stages as far as, it's like whether you're mouth breathing or nasal breathing, how this all affects the development of the face. But as far as how someone moves through these stages, the best way I can display this, that I can explain this. Say we have, would it be a spiral? Yeah. So say we have this spiral, okay? So the spiral, here's the downward part of it. It's real thin as you get up to here, and then as you get up even further, it starts to widen out again. So the way this works is this. So stage 1, you're a mouth breather, you're at the lowest of low. The bottom of this spiral structure here, you have stage 1. This is at the lowest of low, and yeah, things are not the best at this point. So then you get up to stage 2. When you're up at stage 2, So let's see, this here is going to be that breaking point. When you get up to stage 2, you are a little further up this downward spiral. Here's the thing though, at stage 2, if you do not make a consistent effort to nasally breathe during the day, you are going to be pulled back down to stage 1. So at stage 2, it is an uphill battle to finally break past this barrier, and this barrier is going to get you up to stage 3. And so the way I'm illustrating this here, so essentially stage 1 being mouth breathing 24/7. Stage 2 being you at least nasally breathe during the day and you're very conscious of it, but you know whenever you go to sleep, yeah, it doesn't hold very well. But after practicing this for so long, it takes a long time, you cross this line and like flipping a switch, just dip, and you're over to stage 3, where nasal breathing is 24/7, oral posture is great, and to slip back down into mouth breathing is going to take a lot. It will not happen overnight. It won't happen very easily. So I myself, right now, I am literally just about at this line. It's really annoying. So I've been seriously mewing, as in engaging the lower third of the tongue, for the last just about 2 years now. And right now, I am literally probably right about here, and it's annoying because I go to sleep at night and then I wake up in the morning and it's like I can tell, it's like, okay, my nasal passages are pretty clear. There's no obstruction, but my mouth is still just slightly dry. It's just a tad dry, and it's like, darn. It just it takes some time to pass that nasal breathing, to pass that barrier, to switch over to full-on nasal breathing. For some, it may not take as long. Now, mind you, when I started my mewing journey, I wasn't down all the way at stage 1. I did nasally breathe through the day, not super consistently. I mean, when I started my mewing journey, I was probably, say about right there, okay? I was about right there. And now I've managed to move all the way up to here, and I'm just at knocking on the door of that barrier. And that's the big challenge with mewing, is really to get past this barrier from mouth breathing to nasal breathing, for your default breathing pattern whenever you go to sleep to be nasal breathing as opposed to mouth breathing, to get the palate so wide that the airway has enough room that to breathe out of the mouth would make no sense. It would seem uncomfortable. So I explained these stages of mewing progress in regards to breathing as the benchmark, whether you're mouth breathing or nasal breathing. And while this is a good gauge, so someone at stage 2 simply focusing on nasal breathing during the day, it's going to take them quite a while to get from stage 2 to stage 3 simply by focusing on nasal breathing. For example, someone at stage 2 is doing an improper swallow, say like a what is called a buccal swallow, in which they use the buccinators, the cheek muscles. Then what happens is the tongue will not be hitting the palate with every swallow, and as a result the maxilla will be farther down in the back than it should be, and as a result then the airway is closed off, and yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to nasally breathe during the night. So if someone at stage 2 or even at stage 1, you know, you want to move up a stage, you want to get to that ultimate, that stage 3, that really awesome stage where your face looks excellent, what you have to focus on is the tropic premise, and as described by Dr. John Mew, is pretty much your default oral posture. It should be lips lightly sealed at rest, teeth lightly touching, tongue, your whole entire tongue on the palate, even the lower third of your tongue has to be engaged. Nasally breathing, like 24/7, literally nasally breathing 24/7, and a palatal swallow. So whenever you go to drink something, you can't be doing a buccal swallow where you swallow with your cheeks or any of your lip muscles or any other facial muscles. No, it's like whenever you swallow, it's what Dr. Mike Mew calls a Mona Lisa swallow. It's like whenever you swallow, nobody sees any any muscle movement on your face, if they couldn't see you picking up the hyoid on your neck as you swallowed, they wouldn't even know that you were swallowing something. Okay, another important thing too, so I describe everything. It's like, okay, you got stage 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. So there is no such thing as a solid stage 1, stage 2, or stage 3. No, it's really the way it works is it's more so like you have stage, how would I put it? Like you've got like stage 1.5, you know, you could have like 1.5, 1.7, you could have like 2.2, and heck, you could even be all the way up to like 2.9, and then even at stage 3, it's like, so normal stage 3, this means, okay, the person is nasal breathing 24/7, oral posture is great, but even then, this is not going to be necessarily an orthotropic ideal. In fact, what's going to happen is a little something called stage 4. So this is basically perfect occlusion, like perfect or close to it. So once you're here, you know, nasal breathing is automatic, oral posture is great, but if you keep working on mewing, you keep working on things, you can actually spiral your way up to stage 4, in which everything is just completely perfect. So then once you get up here, you've got stuff like 3.2, 0.5, 0.9, etc. And you can be going all the way up to 4. And at 4, there's no room for improvement. That is pretty much as high as you can go. Uh-oh, my chicken scratch has failed me. Okay, so this little chart I put together here, just real quick and easy chart. Stage 2 is probably actually like more like down here. What I illustrated here is probably like stage 2.5, 2.6. And then on another note, I illustrated I'm about right here, knocking on the door of that barrier, just about to cross over to stage 3. And stage 3 would be like literally right past here, you know, it would be right past that door. So to give you an idea, right now in my mewing journey, I'm probably at stage like 2.8 or like 2.9. Like I'm somewhere about there or so. Like that's currently where I am. It's taken me a while to get to that, and for some people it doesn't take as long, and for others it may even take longer. So you know, you just gotta look at where you are and, you know, just be happy and confident with where you are, and know that, hey, if you're watching videos like this, if you are into mewing, you're not going to be, wherever you are, you're not going to be there for very long. You're just going to keep moving up and up and up and up. So yeah, definitely be sure to subscribe, because I've got all sorts of mewing content, and I will help you to move up the spiral with this content. That is my intent with everything I create, to help you go up from wherever you are, even if you're down at stage 1, or if you're at stage 2, or even if you're at stage 3 and you want to go a little further. I am providing all the information I can so anyone at any level can move on up.